tier 3 type of house, the only way that you can upgrade the houses is you do have to destroy the buildings. Now, I would say this, they don't remain unhappy for a long time. So, you know, like what I try to do is just make sure that like I just don't leave the house undone. Uh, so just try to finish it within the same day and put them back in the house, and that's usually enough to make make their mood go up. Another thing I don't know if you know yet is insulating the house. So that's another big part of their happiness. It makes them also use less wood. So if you're in year 3, you probably where you're still using firewood. So you have to have logs in your resource center, and if you don't have a resource building, then you have to put logs in each of their houses for them to burn, uh, in order to stay warm and cook and stuff. So like I don't know if you're looking at my screen, but like the houses that look like this, they're insulated houses. So you can insulate houses that you haven't upgraded yet. Like not all of my houses are upgraded. Like this one here is not upgraded yet. So when I upgrade it, I'll literally destroy these water walls and just put the stone walls on them. And then so there's two types of insulation material. One is daub. Daub is what you put on this type of house, this type of construction. And then the other one is limestone. And thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. So limestone is the one that you put on the stone houses, and you can get limestone by hitting rock. So you have to have a pickaxe and hit rock in order to get the limestone. So once you get your people, so I think what you're doing right now, that's how I started off playing. And to me, it's harder at first because you're trying to build houses and get people in houses, but you'll have workers quicker, than the so you'll be able to move faster pretty much when the time comes. Like I don't know if you looked at this yet, but this, like, I spend a lot of time in this particular screen. And when you're choosing people, it's important to look at what these, what they're good at, and put them where they're good. So to answer your question about the upgrading, yes, you do have to destroy the walls in order to upgrade the houses. Um, but that's fine once you upgrade them and you complete the house. I even had one instance, I don't know if it was a glitch or what, but I had one instance where they moved back into the house after I finished the house. But that's the only time that I ever saw that happen. So I don't know if it was like a glitch in the system or what. But normally if you're just upgrading one house at a time, you can just go back to that menu that I here, and it'll show you like you know, you'll see the red stuff next to their name. And so once you see the red stuff next to their name, then you know, like, okay, well, you were only upgrading one house. They obviously would belong to that house. So you could just put them back in. Um, Being that this is your first playthrough and you're getting a lot of people, one thing I will caution you that happened to me up front and kind of threw a wrench in the plans for me is when you put a man and a woman in a house, they actually have a child pretty quickly. And so what ends up happening is you end up with pregnant, and then women are out for 2 years, so they don't work for 2 years once they have a child. So if you have a woman and she's a farmer or a blacksmith or something like that, and then she gets pregnant, she's not going to be working doing what you need her to do for 2 years. So that's something that you want to, be mindful of as you plan your people and you're, you know, picking up people and stuff like that. That can put a damper in plans if you got important people that you're dependent on doing certain things, and they're pregnant and they can't work. Yeah, it's deep. That's why I enjoy it so much, cause I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy Call of Duties and stuff like that, but sometimes you just want a game that's a little bit more deeper and immersive than just shooting up and running around. So I find myself playing this a lot. Yeah, it is. I think one thing I would probably do differently the next time I play is probably like right now I'm kind of all over the board. Like I'm doing a lot of different things. One thing I would probably do differently is focus on one thing at a time and not like just be all over the place, because I find myself being all over the place with it. When I say all over the place, like I'm literally doing everything. Like I'm making clothes, I'm cooking, I'm making tools. Like there's maybe only two different things I don't have, and I think they're like animal sheds. Like the one for the geese, and there's one other animal that I don't have the stuff for. But for the most part, I'm like doing everything. And I guess I did that because this is my first playthrough, so I just want to experience everything. But if I decide to play, a new game and play it through again, I probably choose like one main thing and just focus on that. But to me, in hindsight, that makes this game difficult to do, because there's like you have to feed your people. Like you can't just roast meat and feed your people. I guess you can, but I don't. I play the game as though like it's actually my city. Like if I was running it, how I would run it. It's like I wouldn't give my people just the same type of food. So I find myself trying to give them better tools, trying to be good to them like I would in like real life. Like if I was really like doing this, you know. But yeah, it's deep. It's a deep game. I enjoy it a lot. I find myself getting home from work and I just eat dinner and then I spend the rest of my evening playing this game. Yeah, I started a YouTube channel at the beginning of the year, and I've been I got I got a few games on there that I've recorded and kind of I have like a Let's Play channel, and this game is the biggest one out of all of my playlists. I'm up to like 68, and I have them set up where it's like running until like March. Like it's something crazy. Like that's just like how much playing I have played this game. It's just been crazy. And even though like I have other games that I could be playing, I just enjoy this game. Oh, I only got 2 onions. Alright, they making. Alright, cool. They making flatbread. They're actually cooking. That's good. Right, right. My husband and I, we waiting patiently for co-op to come out because this is one of those games that we would play co-op with. Like, we spent a ton of time playing Conan. I don't know if you're familiar with Conan Exiles, but we was on Conan Exiles for like at least 2 years. Like, just no life in that thing. And so when this came out, you know, we're like, yeah, we on this. And then found out it wasn't even it's not co-op, so that sucked. But they supposed to be bringing it out next year, so we'll just wait patiently for them to bring it out. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and cook these eggs. Yeah, this game's gonna be sick when it's co-op, cause you know it's just gonna be exciting to see like how people build their cities and stuff. I'm excited. A lot of times when I'm at work, I love this game so much that when I'm at work, I literally like will jump on Twitch and like watch people that's just running around playing and like get ideas on, you know, how I could make my city better just from watching other people play. Because it's so crazy because like everybody mind works differently, and you may think, okay, I got this down pat, and then you see somebody playing, you like, oh, you know what, I ain't even thinking about that, yeah, I could do that, that's cool, you know. So it's so I just love this game, I really do. Like, I think this is definitely in the top five for me, like as far as games of all time. I'm just worried. I just hope that they don't mess it up, you know, trying to make it co-op. Because a lot of these game developers, they don't think everything through, and then they make mistakes, and then a game that was just so awesome is now like not even as good because they were just trying to rush and put it out. So I hope when they do the co-op, they do it right. That it's not crashing and just doing some crazy stuff. I'm on Xbox. Yeah, I'm on Xbox. I know it's on PC as well. But I'm an Xbox person, so I love Xbox. So I'm on Xbox. Do you play it on Xbox or you play it on PC? All right, so me is what I need. Another thing too with him, I don't know if you got to that part. Well, if you're in year three, then you've already had three winners. That you probably had to use the torch to prevent yourself from dying. You want to get clothes on him. Once you get clothes on him, then you don't need the torch. But it could be a pain in the you know what if you don't have the torch and or the torch breaks and you're running around without clothes on him. So if you got three pieces of clothes, I think it is, he won't get that thing where he is like freezing pretty much. I've never heard of that. Is that another one like Medieval Dynasty? If you're on Xbox, add me. And my first pair of boots here. I don't know if it's out yet, coming out soon, but it's hitting PC first. Like medieval, but in ancient Japan. Okay. Yeah, if you're on Xbox, add me. Here's my gamer tag. When it come out on co-op, you know, we could play together. Yeah, because I know everybody don't like games like this because you got to be patient to play it. But I love games like this. And I'm saying like the insulated houses need as much repair. You know, log for that one. I also recommend getting a donkey as soon as you can. And also like your when you get upgrades for your like your workstations, you don't have to make new workstations. You can put the new workstation. You can upgrade the new workstation by the old workstation by putting the new workstation on top of it, and then of course you'll have to use logs or stone or whatever it calls for to put back the walls, and that will upgrade it. So when you level up and you go from one to like level two and level three, you could just put the new one on top of the old one and upgrade the walls. This one we'll put in there. That's the only no, I guess no, not with the houses. With the houses, you upgrade the houses by breaking the walls and putting the new walls on there. I know it's kind of weird, but it's a little bit different with houses. I wish you could do that. I wish you can just, but you probably wouldn't because like even the houses are larger. So like the second level house is larger than the first level house, and then the third level house is the biggest house. So yeah, no, it wouldn't work like that. But most of the workstations are about the same size, but the materials that build them are more sturdy. So you don't have to repair them as often. And then also like when you level like there's only One of them I think I went to level 3 with, if any, and I can't even recall which one it is, but leveling up the workstations allow more people to work in the workstation. So like for the beginning, like the level 1 workstations, you can only have one person working in them. And so when you level it up, you can have two. Like this kitchen, when you first get this kitchen, only one person can work in this kitchen. But like this kitchen that I have now is a level 2. Two people can work in the kitchen. So you can optimize the space and get stuff done quicker than if you just got one person working. Okay, what am I out of? I'm out of wooden bowls too. I'll put this in here for right now. Yeah, as soon as you can, you know, like when my husband plays, he plays so conservative. So it takes him a while to get some stuff done. Whereas with me, like if you got a simple house, then go tier 2. It doesn't work like that. Yeah, no, what you do, if you got a simple house, it's always going to be a simple house. But you can make it where it's more sturdy. You don't have to upgrade it as often. Like you don't have to repair it. So like every season, you'll probably notice you want to go around and repair the houses, like what I was just doing, because that messes with their happiness if they're pretty much living in houses with holes and stuff like that. When you get the better upgraded houses, you don't have to repair them as often. They don't go bad as often as like the stick built houses. If that makes any sense. I hope that makes sense. Also, I went and I put up trees real early. So now I have like apples and stuff that's like the apples be turning into rotten stuff. But I was watching this other guy's playthrough, and it is important for you to have. It's very important for you to have apples and pears and stuff, because later on when you unlock the tavern, you're gonna be able to make wine, and that's when your money making is gonna start. Then, like right now, I'm teetering between normally on the low side, 18, on the high side about 25, um, because my taxes is so much, but I have stalls and stuff. So you can sell like your product through stalls as well. So that's something I'm starting to do right now, but I'm not gonna hit the next level really until I can sell wine. So I gotta unlock a tavern in order to do that. So there's so much more to come. If you in year 3, you gonna really enjoy this game because there's so much more to come. I learned something new every single time I play it. No lie. Yeah, see, I optimized the market. Now I'm getting coin. Yeah, when you optimize the market, when you unlock the market and you start really producing items and having your people sell the items, then you end up with just coin in your resource storage. So not only are you making money, but they're making money and putting it in there for you too. Another thing that I wish I had done, I'm gonna leave you with this tip, and then I'm gonna jump off because I gotta hit the sack here. But another thing that I wish I had done differently, that my my husband actually did really well, even though I have a lot more stuff and a lot more people and a lot more building than him. One thing that I would do differently if I played this game again from the beginning is to hit the missions a lot earlier. I did the missions in this game as an afterthought, and I still kind of do it now. And the missions actually give you, certain missions actually give you a decent amount of experience with regards to not only the dynasty reputation increasing, but also the experience to unlock uh, the technology, which is how you are able to get stuff like the tavern and the pretty much the end game items that you need to really make money. You can quickly get there if you're doing uh if you're doing not missions, the little quest. If you're doing quests, if you can, you want to make sure that you are looking at your map, and wherever you see, like if you look at mine, I got a ton of little exclamation points because I just don't do well at going and doing those quests. Uh, but I seen him play through and do those quests, and he is light years ahead of me because he was farming the experience of those quests, and a lot of those quests are repeatable, so you can do them over and over again. And he literally got stuff unlocked before me, even though I have a ton of people, more workers, more buildings, more everything. He ended up with, he doesn't have, I don't think, as much money as I do, but he definitely has more stuff unlocked than I do. So if I had to give any advice, it would definitely be that make sure you're doing the quest, because those quests is a good way to quickly level up. Yeah, I do too. Even and here's the thing, even though I know better, I still get caught up in doing what I want to do, whether that is cooking or hunting or making potions. Like I literally sleep in the game, get up, and I got my head focused on what I want to do, and I could be running around, just getting XP, but I'm gonna do better. But that would be my biggest thing. Well, I'm about to get out of here. I appreciate you so much for tuning in and keeping my company. I hope I, gave you some insight and some advice and useful tips that you can use in your playthrough. Uh, I'm usually on in the evening around this time. So if you want to hop in, don't forget to turn on the notifications so that you can see when I go live. And I'm going to hop off of here for now. But I appreciate you so much, and I hope you have a good evening. Nelly out.